Hello everyone, welcome. Today I've got with me Gemma, mom of one, and recent graduate of the Confident Mama Project. Hi Gemma.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. No problem.
So let's start straight away. Why did you decide to join the Body Confident Mama Project?
So the reason I decided to join is because I've recently found out I'm in perimenopause, early perimenopause. I'm 43 and I have severe osteopenia, which is a bone condition just before osteoporosis. And also, aside from being the fact of mum of one, I haven't done any exercise or looked after myself for almost 3 years. And so the doctors said I need to do some weight bearing exercises. So that sort of health alert really sort of got me into driving me into finding you and signing up to the program. Yes.
Yay. And how did you find the program?
To be honest, at first I was quite overwhelmed. I was like, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? But seriously, it's been the best thing I've ever done for myself.
Yay.
So after probably the first, I'd say give yourself 2 or 3 weeks, and then you kind of slip into becoming part of your daily routine. And so I've just absolutely loved it, and it's changed how I view a lot of things about myself and health and well-being differently. And I feel so much better as well within myself.
And when you started, so you felt overwhelmed, but I said just start small, and your goal was just 1-2 sessions a week, wherever you can. It wasn't like, oh, I have to do everything.
And I think when I said overwhelmed, it was, I think, just finding that time slot for myself, because I'm a full-time mum, stay at home, just focused on Owen like the whole time, and having to carve out that time for myself, I found quite difficult, I think, to put myself first or put that time aside for myself. And then when I eventually sort of got to that point and went, it's okay and I can do that and Owen's going to be okay and it's actually good for me, then it was fine. It was just, it's like part of my routine. Yeah, no problem.
Let's chat a little bit about your reason and you being a perimenopause. How did you find the program around that? And also, you kind of had little setbacks around the way, because you started the medication. You went on medication a few times, and that didn't work out that well, did it?
No, so in the 12-week program, I started 2 different types of hormone replacement therapy, which was highly recommended by my doctors. And unfortunately, I had adverse side effects to both of them. So it was that they made me feel a lot worse. So my program during those couple of weeks when I was on that medication for that time had to, just be changed slightly, amended slightly. But what I loved about your program is you actually work with me, you worked with the person, and you always had your non-negotiables, so what you could do, what was just non-negotiable, what you had to do every day to feel okay within yourself. And it's life, right? So there's things that are going to happen and be thrown at you, and so I've just found the program worked really well and adapted to me and what I've got going on in my life at the moment.
Awesome. And now, so you've done those 2 rounds of medication, didn't work out. And what are you going to do now? Do you know?
So I've spoken to my doctor as well. The medication is not going to work for me. So I'm looking at diet, continuing with the program, doing a lot of resistance training, and also looking at sort of supportive herbs that can help me, and lots of meditation and a bit of yoga. Just to ride through it as best as I can.
And I'm asked those questions just to show people that medication is not going to always be the answer, and it's not going to work for everyone. It's not bad. It's just not going to work for everyone.
and I'm not against the medication, because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to trial it, and everyone's completely different and everyone's makeup is different, and it will work for some people, which is fantastic, and other people it won't. So I'm just probably going down more the natural path, and definitely looking at lifestyle. And I don't drink alcohol anymore. I've just made a lot of lifestyle changes because of what's going on in my life, but it's been for the better. So I definitely feel, compared to where I was at 12 weeks ago to now, I'm definitely in a better place.
So yeah, and just to like tell people that even just making those changes in your lifestyle and adding resistance training and movement, you're actually feeling much better.
Absolutely.
Then that it doesn't have to be about the medication.
No.
It is a great way if it works for you, but it doesn't have to.
It doesn't.
Just making lifestyle changes, it's going to actually improve your life as well.
Yeah, and all the doctors are saying to me, yeah, the exercise is key. They actually say that's the first thing that they say is just, and the resistance training, that's just key. And then diet, and no smoking, no drinking. So all those things are really, really essential to help you through this period, like this transition period, and also especially for bone density as well. The exercise and the diet and the no drinking or limited drinking is crucial. So to get through it.
And before you went into premenopause, did you expect it? Did you know much about menopause? Did you know when you're going to go through it?
No, I knew nothing. Well, apart from, I think, just maybe that you get a couple of hot flushes, and that was it. But in terms of being educated about it, no, it really took me, like, I was like, whoa, like, kind of, what's this? It took me for, a little bit of a, what's going on here? A little bit of a side road. But it's been really empowering, though, to educate myself. And I'm still a long way to go on the journey. But when you open up and talk to people about it, it's fantastic that you actually find other women going through similar issues. And I've got another girlfriend who's going through it, and we've just really bonded now, because we're like, oh, thank God we found each other, because we're both going through this transition, which all women are going to go through.
Yeah.
And it will just happen. Who knows when? But it's funny, because we're educated on puberty and we're educated on pregnancy and that, but come to menopause, it's just like everyone's like, what? It's just,
or even we are educated about pregnancy, and it's kind of like that's when it stops. Because then, like, for instance, about pelvic floor issues post-birth, no one talks about. I mean, we're talking more and more now, but it's like a taboo, and women are embarrassed to admit that actually they leak post-birth, but it's kind of like part of the journey.
Absolutely.
And the same menopause.
And it doesn't have to be negative. And it's my yoga teacher once said that menopause is the age of wisdom. And I think that that's so true, because it's almost this enlightening period where you're just like, okay, I really now need to learn more about what's happening in my body and what I can do to help me through it. And it just really empowers you and enlightens you. So it's definitely, for me, been I like to see it as a positive thing, because we're all going to go through it. And it's just how to get through in the best way possible. And
more we know about it, it's more empowered you are, and know actually what to do.
Education is key. Educating.
Pretending that it's not going to happen, and you trying to turn back time and trying to think I'm still very young. Well, you are young at heart, but we have to also think about our bodies, that we are aging, and it's normal.
And
it's normal. Everyone's going to age, and we need to embrace it, because with current society, it's like getting old and having even post-baby body or getting older, going through menopause, it's like a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We have to go through it.
It's actually a gift. Some people don't even get to go through it, unfortunately.
Exactly.
And I see it. I'm trying to really be positive about this journey, even though you have your bad days or whatever, but it's just about more just taking a step back and rethinking, reassessing, and going, well, you know what, it's all part of the journey. We're all going to go through it, and we've got to get through the best way we can.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing this.
Oh, that's okay. No problem.
Now let's go back to Body Confident Mama Project. So your mindset changed, you feel amazing. Yep. And one of the reasons also you joined it was you needed to lose centimeters around your waist. Yep. So did you see any difference in a weight loss and your centimeters? And how did you find, was it actually hard to keep up with the nutrition? Were you restricted or not?
So with I started putting on a bit of around my tummy post bub, and also perimenopause. That's one thing too. The weight tends to go to your tummy, and so I think I lost 10 centimeters, or just under 10 centimeters around my waist, which is amazing. I mean, that's not the primary reason, obviously, but it just, the clothes kind of fit better, and you just feel a little bit better within yourself.
And it was also concern in your health, because your doctor actually told you that you need, So it's not that I'm saying, it's a weight loss, but it actually was
actually for health. Yeah, because carrying that extra weight around your middle can actually influence your hormones as well. So it was just everything's all connected. So for me to do that for my health and well-being, and also and all the diet as well, I found that if anything, I thought I ate really well. To be honest, I thought, oh yeah, I'm healthy. I do yoga and I really eat. Not until you sit down and you record and you actually look at the portions. I was definitely not having enough protein, and I definitely was not having enough vegetables in my diet. So this 12 weeks has been fantastic in the sense that I've been able to really look at what I'm putting into my body and the portions, and I've had no problems with the sizing or anything, and it's really got me thinking about how to eat better. And I'm not starving or anything. If anything, I'm struggling to still eat the portions. But it's just, for me now, is looking up recipes and working out how to add these better things into my diet.
And especially like going through menopause and wanting to keep as much muscle as possible, eating proteins, it is really important.
Absolutely.
Which women don't think about.
No, so many things we don't realize and think about until we're in the situation. So it's, but no, it's been fantastic for me in that regard.
Awesome. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your journey with everyone.
Oh, you're welcome. It's been fantastic, and thank you. And I'm looking forward to the next chapter together.
Hey, awesome. Thank you, Gemma. Bye.
Bye.